Hi, my name is Stefan and welcome to my very first YouTube video. Today's video is all about how to start a successful clothing brand in South Africa. Let's get right into this. In October of 2021, I started my clothing brand, Constant Grind. This is my website sales since then. I didn't want to make this video until I had good enough results to show you that what I have to say bears and adds enough value. Without further ado, I'm going to give you the blueprint and step-by-step guide on how to start your own clothing brand. Step 1 is to find your niche and target audience. To make this very simple, this basically means who are you going to sell your clothing to? Which people? Will you be more in the fitness or gym niche like my clothing brand, or will you be focusing more on fashion or streetwear? This step needs to be done first, as everything follows after making this decision. This will also bring up the question, what type of clothing will you be selling? Will you be selling fitness apparel? Will you be selling dresses? Will you be selling sweatshirts? Will you be selling loungewear? Your target audience and niche will dictate which type of clothing you will be selling. Step 2 will be to name your brand. Everybody's process on naming their brand will be different. My 2 cents here will basically be to not use your own name in the brand, as this could possibly hinder you in the future. Unless you're already famous, I'm of the opinion that you should not be using your name or surname in the brand name. Step 3 will be to create your first design. I highly suggest using Canva. It's free to use. It has great free fonts as well as free elements and graphics to use. You can always do the free trial to see what the pro version has to offer. I'd also suggest, instead of just putting your brand name on a t-shirt like I did here, to start out with a graphic, something a little bit bigger, as just slapping your name on a t-shirt or on a hoodie will not be good enough for someone to buy, especially when your brand is brand new. If you put a graphic on your t-shirt, someone could buy your piece of clothing solely for the reason that they like the graphic. I think this is a good way just to get started, as it's easier to market a graphic than it is to market just a small name. When thinking of ideas for your first design, use Pinterest. There are a lot of ideas and concepts out there. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Take some of these ideas, make them your own, put your own spin on it, and there you go. After creating your design, ask yourself, is this something you and your friend would wear? Ask for friends' opinions. It's always good to get a lot of different opinions, as this will help you make up your mind and make your decision of which designs to go for. I suggest not to go with too many designs. Stick to 1, 2 or 3. Probably the most important part of creating a design is to keep your target audience in mind when creating this design, as they are the people who needs to like this product. Step 4 is to start sourcing blanks from companies in South Africa. A company I'd suggest, and this is also a company I used, is Captivity. They have very high quality 100% cotton garments. I'd suggest going for 100% cotton, as it's reasonably easy to brand. I'd also suggest going for something like a t-shirt or a hoodie, which is unisex. Girls or boys can wear this. This basically means that your target audience is essentially bigger. You have more people to sell to. Step 5 is get someone to brand your clothing. Popular methods of branding include heat transfers, screen printing, as well as direct-to-garment printing. Get as many quotes as possible when it comes to this, as this is a cost you'd like to keep as low as possible. It's also important to start by branding only a small amount of clothing, as you still need to do something called a wash test. This is a step where you really need to take your time, find whichever method works best for you, for your brand. Make sure the print holds up in the wash, as well as for what it's intended to be used for. Step 6, and probably the most important step for the success of your brand, will be to get your name out there. No, you don't need fancy equipment like a camera, as a smartphone will be sufficient. To use social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok will be your best friend. Browse for inspiration. There's already so many people on TikTok and Instagram using the platform to promote their brand. See what other people are doing. Take those ideas, make them your own, and post regularly. Nobody knows who you are. You need to inform people that you exist. A pro tip I could give you is to film the process. Not having ideas for content happens often. By filming this process, you'll have content to post on platforms like TikTok and Instagram. Step 7 will be to build a website. I'd highly suggest using Shopify. I've used Shopify for all my website. Very easy to use. Yes, it's about 400 Rand per month after your free trial, but it's completely worth it, as this makes everything so easy. You will not be able to sell online without this website. There are also so many tutorials on YouTube on how to use Shopify. You just need to take the time, watch these tutorials, and you'll see it's very easy to set up your website and do everything yourself. Step 8 is to get traffic to your website. Without people going to your website, you'll have no sales. How will you be able to generate traffic? One of the easiest ways I've found is to use a drop system. especially when you're starting out. This basically means you brand only small amount of quantities, 10, 20, 30 pieces. You market a certain date, let's say 16th of July at 5 p.m. You market that date in each of your posts. You get people hyped, you get them excited for that date, ensuring that they will go to your website on that date and time, and most probably buy one of your products. I'll do a video on how to use the drop system correctly in the future. And that's it. If you have any more questions, please comment down below. Feel free to ask me anything and I'll try my best to get back to you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Just some general advice I usually give to people is basically that to start is probably the hardest part. To make that decision, to take that leap of faith, to start your business or clothing brand or whatever it may be. If you can build up the courage to take that first step, you are already halfway there. I'll see you in the next one.